Hello friends, it's Cindy Brumbaugh from CindyLeeBDesigns.com, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today's card is an accordion style card that folds flat to fit into an A2 sized envelope, and it uses the adorable On the Farm bundle that is in the new January through April 2023 mini catalog coming out on January 5th. It's using that bundle and this really fun paper. This paper, called Day at the Farm, is a celebration gift. If you order $50, you can pick a lot of different things. Designer series paper, some stamp sets, and also you can do a $100 order, and there are other choices that you can do. But this one is perfect because this paper goes along with the On the Farm that's in the catalog. So look at these cute little animals. Look at that beautiful plaid, which I love this plaid, but it's probably never going to be seen because I'm going to want these animals. So you've got these adorable cows in the trees with the sweet little flowers. You've got a beautiful cherry cobbler scene of the farm with a great hatching. Once again, I probably won't ever use that one because I like this one. You've got these cute little ducks and the goose there. Love that with the windmill. But I do love that chicken wire. So that's gonna be a tricky one to choose which one I love the best. And then our other one will be this beautiful design. I should have had this out here. One of those big landscape ones. So if you've seen my Rain or Playing in the Rain stamp set that coordinates with the Rain or Shine suite, there was a big 12 by 12 that I figured out how to use every piece of it. So I think this might be one of those ones I have to put on my thinking cap and figure out how I'm going to use this most effectively, because this is really cute. This would actually look really cute in a frame. So I do love that with the hen and the cows. Oh, and these are actually die cuttable, the pigs. And I think he is too, and definitely this cow here. I think he's the same size. No, maybe not. We'll see. Okay, well, I want to get to making this accordion style fun fold. Okay, so taking a look at this, I pulled out the cherry cobbler that was in the designer series paper in these peppers and the radishes there. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull all my pieces here. I'm gonna bring up this card base and I'm gonna show you how I'm going to score that. Okay, here we go. So it is a we are not in the camera focus here. So we are using, I'm going to give a little more light here too. We're going to use an 11" by 4 1/4. So that is a half sheet of one of your pieces of cardstock. We're going to take that 11" side and we're going to put it up at the top of our trimmer. I get asked this, I think, every video. This is Win tape, WIN-TAPE. I found it on Amazon. It reads from right to left. I do not see it available right now, but they do have a tape that measures 0 in the middle and goes left to right and right to left. So you might be able to cut it in half, but that's where I got it. Amazon, it has to read right to left. This is a ruler that reads that way. So we're gonna take that 11" side and we're gonna put it up against the raised up portion of our trimmer, and we're gonna score it at 2 3/4. Make sure that dark blade is up, and we're gonna score at 2 3/4. Then we're gonna go to 4 1/4. 4 1/4. And then I'm gonna pull out this handy arm here that gives me extended numbers there. And then we're going to go to 7 1/4. So 7 1/4 right there. 7 1/4, and then we're going to go to 8 1/2. So 8 1/2. There we go. And those are our scores. Again, 11" side. We go 2 3/4. How about that? 4 1/4 by 11, and we're going to score at 2 3/4, 4 1/4, 7 1/4, and 8 1/2. Now, when we did this, all the measurements will be on my blog. Underneath the YouTube description, you'll see visit my blog here. You'll press that link and it drops you right over to cindyleebdesigns.com. You'll find all the materials I used, links to my online store that are also underneath the YouTube video, and additional photos that you can see over there. So there we go. We have what's going to be our fun fold. So let's take a look here and start folding. So this one's going to fold back, and this one's going to fold this way, and then this one's going to fold this way. And then if you fold it the wrong way, it doesn't matter because you just fold it back the right way. Just make it so it's an accordion fold there. Okay, so you can see, there we go. So that is the way the fold goes on that. So it's going, if you're looking at it this way, we're going kind of like ziggity zaggity that way, okay? The first piece that we're going to put across here is we're going to cut 2 pieces of the pear pizzazz, which is this green that's in this the countryside there on the hills. This is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and that is going to be going on here, and it is also going to go here. So you're going to see that when you put those on there, you're going to still see a nice cherry cobbler border the whole way around there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to pull out my glue. And when I do that, I'm going to only want to put the glue, I'm going to put it on the red cherry cobbler, because then I know I'm not going to go over too far. So I'm going to put that with a nice border going on the left side and the top and the bottom. Okay, just hold that down there for a moment. And I'm going to open this one up. I'm going to do the same thing on this panel here. Oop, yep, okay. I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. I'm just putting it in the middle. Okay, and I'm going to put that 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Think of all the different stamp sets that you have that you could do this fun with. A lot of different ones for this. And you can see that when this folds back, you can see that border goes the whole way around there. I could have made this one, let's see, let's make this, when you put this down, see the glue has just a little bit of wiggle room. When you're putting this one down, make sure that your lines, your borders match up. Okay, there, gives that a nice visual plane there. All right, so then the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to, let's start decorating. So the front of it, I used that really nice landscape hills. Oh, that is so pretty. I hate to do this. I'm sorry, cows. I'm sorry, trees. But you'll get your day someday. Okay, so we're gonna put that right on that. Oh, and I just realized the designer series paper is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. This, our 2 pear pizzazz ones are 4-inch squares, 4-inch squares, because our designer series paper is 3 3/4. So excuse me for making that mistake there. So again, this pear pizzazz is 4 by 4, and on the inside here, we're going to put a 1.5 wide by 3 3/4. Yes, I forgot. You have to kind of put that 4 by 4 square under there, because you can't just use designer series paper as it's too thin to hang out there itself. Okay, and so these are just some veggies that you'd find on the farm. Kind of goes really nicely with that, the colors in the farm, like you see the farm and you see the veggies. Isn't that cute? And then this last piece here is 2 1/4 by 3 by 4. So this is 2 1/4 by 4 because this white has to match up with our 4-inch squares. See, I made a little faux pas there. I didn't like that, the way that looks, so I made another one. Just giving a little bit of glue on the edges here and putting that on this last panel for us to write a message. And again, that's 2 1/4 by 4. And you'll notice that this all ends up covering up there when it opens. Now, of course, we're gonna now add our little farm friends here. So we're going to put our cute little cow there, get some dimensionals for the cow. And if you want to make your cow a little sturdier, you could die cut a cow in white and mount it on, I'm going to get a little mini dimensional here for his head. You could mount it on a piece of the designer series paper on a piece of white, and it'd make a cow a little stronger. So what we're going to do is pop that cow on the front of the card here. He's just grazing there, little cutie pie. And then we're going to stick our little piggies, our 2 little piggies. They're just going to go down straight. They're not going to be popped up. So we're going to put those down here on the inside. And we're going to take our cute little lamb, our little sheep, a lamb, and lamb are sheep. So it's 1. So there we go. We're going to put cute little guy right there. So you can get the from all of us. There we go. So I just used the sentiments that are in this great stamp set. The stamp set, as you can see, these were die cut from the paper, which was super, super cool. But all of these are easily stamped and then colored in. And these would be super easy to color in because you'd just be coloring in some brown spots and a little bit of crumb cake maybe on his belly, some little bits of pink on here, and a little bit of gray, smoky slate on the sheep. So all of these have dies. Look at the numerous dies. You can make hills, you can make a landscape, the silo, you've got the little barn, so many cute, the little hay bale. So many fun things. Even cuts out the flowers that are in this designer series paper. Now, I did come up with a neat idea whenever I was cutting, because I wanted to cut out all of these animals really quickly. And so what I came up with, let's get this piece of paper over here, is I cut out my initial ones very super close, but yet with enough space around it so that I could take a piece of white paper and then I laid down my open pieces. How do I explain this? Like you die cut it out of the paper, and then I trimmed around it. Then I put the paper back down on here so I knew exactly where it was. And then I put them on here, and now I have a perfect template that, see, when I put that there and I put the dies in there, I can cut all 3 of them at one time. So let me see in the old garbage can what I did. Now I can't find it. So cut out a cow, cut out a sheep, cut out a pig, then trim right along your piece that you would normally throw out, okay? When you would normally throw that piece out, you could put those little pieces down and tape them, and then I just tore up the designer series paper and I had this template left over. You could also hopefully do a perfect die cut of each one of the animals, and then put this underneath it, and then you have this template to use over and over again. I should have actually explained that a little bit better, but I think maybe you get the gist of it. Okay, so cow. Now we wanted to do the sentiments, so I thought today is a good day, happy thoughts of you, and then I wanted to add in some of the daffodil. So what I did is I just cut these in half because I don't need them to be that long. And then I just popped them right across. I just saw how much I wanted. Got some glue on there, so there. And then it's easy to measure, match it up, because you just go right back onto this piece, and then you just line it up that way and then get it exactly so you have the same amount on each side. And see right there, you just move it over so that they match up. There we go. And we can put that one on the front of the card. Today is a good day. And then we'll do the same thing with this one. We're going to go right through the middle where the words are, and we're going to play with it till we get it to where we like the measurement there. Okay, then put a little bit on the back of here. Line those edges up. That looks straight on the back there. And then get a dimensional to pop that up. Thinking happy thoughts of you from all of us. And you've got this cute, quick little card using that free celebration paper. Oh, what am I missing? The cute little daisy embellishments. These loose daisy embellishments are so cute. Oh my gosh, I just took a little glue dot, and I showed this to my friend today, and she goes, "Oh, it looks like your cow is pooping daisies." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, everything's pooping up daisies." Oh golly, well, I'm sure there's quite a lot of daisies that get fertilized by these cows, huh? So let's just see about adding these. Oh, these are so cute, and they have such a low profile, and they're a little bit flexible that no problem mailing this card at all. So let's do another one of these daffodil. It has mango in there, and you can just see the brightness of the daffodil, and the daffodil that comes out in the ears of corn. So adding on cute little things, but you could also, like I said, die cut from the paper that had the animals. You could actually die cut these little flowers. There's a die for these flowers, but those are just so cute. Okay, so now I'm feeling like I may have confused you guys a little bit with this paper. So what I'm going to show you how I did this, okay? So what I did is I took the dies. So I cut out a section of the 3 of them, okay? Being careful not to cut through the flowers because I can use those again. So what I did is then, now let's pretend that I have these 3 cut out, okay? I put a die around the lamb, put a die around the cow, and then put the little piggy die, okay? So get them as near perfect as you can get, okay? And then use a little temporary adhesive or something to keep them down. Roll them through your Big Shot, and then you're gonna come back, what? With a piece of this designer series paper with holes cut out of it, right? Okay, take that piece with the holes cut out of it and put it on a piece of white cardstock, okay? Now, so then I come back here with this piece that's, oh, hey, I'll just do one for this little lamb, okay? This is like doing this on the fly. Sorry about that. Okay, so what I would do is, I have some extra little tape here. So what I'm gonna do is put this little lamb, okay? And I'm gonna go die cut him, okay? So you enjoy looking at this cute little card here. So I'm gonna go roll this through. Okie doke. Once again, this would have been a much better idea to have this done for you. Okay, so once you've die cut, now let's pretend we did all 3 of the animals. So once we have this die cut and we're happy with the nice white around each one of that, then you can take this and it's going to have 3 of the images on it. Then you can glue it down to a piece of white, and then that would be, you know, what I did. Where's that template at here? Okay. Okay, so think of it this way. Now, I wanted to do all 3 of them, and so I just trimmed right around those. But now that I think about it, I could have just did one at the same time. So you would just put that onto a piece of white, because the white's going to make it sturdier. So, like, I didn't want to waste this flower. So then I did all 3 of them, and then I just peeled the designer paper off. And then I just had this piece here. So anytime I want to do it now, I would just take this piece, put it over my animals, tape it down, put my dies in there, run it through, and I can cut 3 lickety-split. Now, if I just had the lamb, like over here, he's over here by himself, I could just use, you could use a designer series paper, but this isn't as strong as backing it onto something. But I could just take this one and pop it in here, because whenever you do that, you'll get a perfect cut every time. If you put a piece of if you put a negative over an image, and then you know exactly how it is to be, and you tape it down and then put the die in there, it's going to cut it perfectly. But I want to do all 3 of them. So when I made my initial piece of this piece, I took the sheep, the cow, and I went like this. Okay, let's think of it this way. I cut out each individual one of these, okay? And then I glued one here. Well, we'd have to do it over here. So I put one on, I cut out my 3 pieces. I put one of these on here. I put one around the cow. I put one around the pig, okay? And I taped them all together. Then I picked that up and I put it on my piece of white, okay? And once I got it on my white, I then went and put the dies in it, and I got this template. It just happened to be some of this paper had pulled up. Well, actually, that's what a good way of showing it. I took this one and I put it on there, and I stuck one around the cow, and I stuck one around the pigs. Then I went to my Big Shot Stampin' Cut and Boss machine, whatever die cutting machine you have, and I put those dies in these holes, okay? And then I die cut it. Then I came back with this template. I tore all these scraps off of here, and now I had a template to use for every single one of these 3, this little trio of animals. So, making a very quick video that could have been longer by explaining that to you. So I hope that works out for you. Thanks for buzzing by, friends.